When Cherry Blossoms Whisper. Volume 3, Autumn's Unspoken Truth. Chapter 7, Kaito's Redemption. The school hallways felt unusually empty as Haruto walked to his next class. His thoughts still lingered on the conversation with Sakura. The raw vulnerability she had shown him last night had shaken him in a way he hadn't expected. Yet, as much as he wanted to help her, he knew the journey ahead would be more complicated than he initially thought. His phone buzzed in his pocket, breaking his thoughts. It was a message from Kaito. "Meet me at the ramen shop after school. Got something to show you." Haruto couldn't help but sigh. Kaito was never one to be subtle, but the fact that he wanted to meet him at the ramen shop seemed like a sign of something serious. After school, Haruto made his way to the small, hole-in-the-wall ramen shop that Kaito's family had run for years. It had always been a place of chaos, loud voices, and the constant smell of simmering broth. Today, however, it felt quieter than usual. The shop was almost empty, save for Kaito sitting in the back booth, scribbling on a piece of paper. "Kaito, what's going on?" Haruto asked as he slid into the booth across from his friend. Kaito glanced up, his usual chaotic energy toned down. "You won't believe it, man," he said, his voice serious. "I think I've figured something out. Something I've been avoiding for a long time." Haruto raised an eyebrow. This was new. Kaito was always the carefree, impulsive friend, never the type to get serious about anything. Haruto folded his arms, waiting for Kaito to explain. "I'm talking about the ramen shop," Kaito continued, leaning forward. "You know how my family's been struggling with it, right? Mom's been working herself to the bone, and we've been trying to keep the place afloat. But it's not enough. So I've been writing about it. I've been writing reviews for ramen shops in the area. It's been getting attention." Haruto blinked. "Wait, you're writing reviews?" Kaito nodded, his eyes gleaming with a mixture of pride and guilt. "Yeah, it started as a joke, but the reviews are actually going viral. People are noticing. And guess what? I got an offer from a food blogger to write for their site. It could mean a lot for us." Haruto leaned back in the booth, processing the information. "Kaito, that's incredible. You're actually helping the shop get attention." Kaito's face softened, his usual brashness fading into something more vulnerable. "It's not just that. I've been thinking a lot about everything, about my family, about me. I've been selfish, Haruto. I've been hiding behind jokes and messing around. But now it's time to step up. I can't keep pretending I don't care." Haruto watched as Kaito's words sank in. The chaotic, impulsive Kaito he knew was still there, but now there was a sense of responsibility in his voice that hadn't been there before. It was a side of him Haruto hadn't seen in a while. "Damn," Haruto muttered, shaking his head in disbelief. "I didn't think you had it in you." Kaito laughed, a little sheepish. "Neither did I. But I think I need to start taking things seriously. Not just the ramen shop, but my life too." Haruto smiled. "Well, you've already made the first step. And hey, if you need help, whether with the ramen shop or anything else, I've got your back." Kaito gave him a grateful look. "Thanks, Haruto. I'm glad you're here." The conversation lingered in Haruto's mind for the rest of the evening. It wasn't just Kaito's redemption that struck him, but the realization that everyone around him was growing. Sakura was fighting her own battles, and now Kaito was stepping up for his family. Haruto couldn't help but wonder if he, too, needed to start taking things more seriously. After all, life was moving forward, whether he was ready or not. But it wasn't just his friends who were changing. Haruto could feel something shifting within himself as well. Maybe it was time to face the things he had been avoiding, his own fears, his emotions, and the way he had been keeping himself at arm's length from everyone. The next morning, Haruto found himself walking into school with a renewed sense of purpose. He spotted Kaito in the hallway, grinning from ear to ear. His usual energy was back, but there was a confidence to him now that Haruto hadn't seen before. "Ready for another day?" Kaito asked with a wink. Haruto smiled back, feeling a strange warmth in his chest. "Yeah, let's do this." But as they walked toward their classroom, Haruto couldn't shake the feeling that something more was waiting for him, something bigger than just the battles his friends were fighting. And in the back of his mind, he couldn't help but wonder if he was finally ready to face his own. Thanks for watching our video. If you find this video interesting, then please subscribe our YouTube channel. If you're watching this video from TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, then follow our page for more contents like this.